Hi everyone, and welcome to Unit 1. I just realized I'm not in student mode, so I'm going to enter that preview mode and then take you back in. So here we are. We're going to go to assignments weeks 1 through 15, and you'll see Unit 1 is weeks 1 through 4. I'm going to click on that and take you right into Unit 1. Okay, so the first unit is structured like the other 3 units in that you have an introduction, which is right here, which is what you're listening to. And then week 1 due dates, objectives, and a checklist of all graded assignments for that particular week. Week 1 readings, resources, and practice, and then your graded work. Okay, so the readings, resources, and practices sort of go hand in hand with the graded work, but I wanted to separate them so you know very definitively you can see the separation between the two, because it's a little hard sometimes Blackboard to see which items are graded assignments and which ones are not. But let me go into week 1 due dates, objectives, and checklists. So this tells you what the objectives are for the week, what the due dates are, and sometimes it says see below because there's staggered due dates, and then the checklist of assignments. So the checklist of assignments includes the reading, resources, and practice up here, and then the graded work underneath that. And you'll see for Unit 1, the only resources and readings that you have are the introduction, which is what you're listening to right now. The pre-semester orientation assignments, I have a link embedded here just in case you missed that on its own, because it does have its own tab, but there's just a few introductory assignments that I need you to take care of before you start your week 1 graded work. So for instance, introducing yourself, an intake survey, and a couple of orientations. One to the OWL, which is our online writing lab, and that is linked to our writing center. And the second is library resources quiz. So you go through and you learn about the library resources, and then you're quizzed at the end. Okay, notice that the due dates are bolded here. So the end of week 1 is basically when everything is due except for one assignment, which is your diagnostic writing. It's a writing sample that you're going to give me, but that also serves as a launching point for Essay 1. We're going to consider that draft 1, or your first draft for your Essay 1. Okay, so you can see I will go over, since you won't have a separate week 1 introduction video, I will go over week 1 stuff in this video. So the objectives are to understand the expectations of this class, to introduce ourselves, and to write a diagnostic for the reasons I said, and to begin engaging in the process of writing Essay 1, and there's several components to that. So let me just show you the that you should be navigating over here in the table of contents. You can also navigate just by going from page to page, but this way I think is a little more of a deliberate and organized way of getting through the work. So, as I said, this week there's only, okay, so there's like a sort of a title page, and then you go into Unit 1. This just shows you how the process of writing works, tells you a little bit more about it, so go ahead and read that. Here's the week 1 graded work. Again, I guess you have a title page. Okay, so the pre-semester orientation assignments are these things. You can go ahead and click to launch them, and it takes you to the link, and I'm going to show you sort of over here on the side where it says pre-semester assignments. That's where it's taking you. You may need to come back to this tab to get back to week 1. So here's your diagnostic. You can see when it says upload assignment that this is a graded assignment. You are going to get graded for completing it, not for the merit of it, but you will get feedback on this. Because this is sort of the kickoff. This is your first stab at it, and then we're going to Unit 1 is about learning the components of an argument essay and engaging in the process of writing. So over a period of 4 weeks, weeks 1 through 4, we're going to continually be learning new things about how to write an argument essay and then applying them little by little to your initial draft, which was your diagnostic essay. So it's like, here's my initial draft. I'm going to learn things, and I'm going to continually reshape and remold this until I get it to the culminating final product in week 4. All right, so then you have a journal assignment. Oh, okay, it always asks us if you want to leave that before you, yeah, I do want to leave it. Okay, so journal 1 is, it kicks off the process of writing, and the instructions are here. You're going to have to do a little bit of reading, and then you're going to annotate. So you're going to revisit the excerpts that you read when you first did the diagnostic essay. You're going to annotate it. You're going to provide a summary in about a paragraph, and you're going to contextualize. All that information is in the readings, and it's made very clear to you. So when you hand in or you submit journal 1, you're going to have the annotated excerpts, and then you're going to have possibly as a separate document a 1-paragraph summary and a 1-paragraph contextualization. Okay. This is a little video in case you don't know how to use track changes, because track changes can help you annotate and highlight a document, and in this case the excerpts that you read. Okay, and then it tells you to post your annotated reading, summarization, and contextualization by attaching the files here, clicking the submit at the button down here. So here's where you attach the files, and then you click submit at the bottom. Okay, then you have a discussion. This is also going to be part of week 1 work, where you discuss. This is also part of the writing process, right? So yeah, I'm going to revisit. I'm going to annotate annotate and summarize what I read, but I'm also going to discuss it with other people. So that's what you're going to be doing here. You can read those instructions, and then there's a link to week 2 module. Okay, so did it take me to week? No. Oh, it took me here. Okay, now I have to, that's the link. Okay. So these, by the way, are going to be updated because I completely redesigned and reorganized this entire course over the summer. So for now, you will only, okay, now I'm going to mix what I was going to say. Okay, so same thing, right? You have welcome to week 2, where we have an introductory video, week 2 due dates, objectives, and checklist, week 2 coursework, which includes readings, resources, and practice, and then the graded work. You can see there's a lot more in the readings, resource, and practice area this time, because you're going to be learning a bunch of concepts related to argument essay writing. So let's just go there to the readings, resource, and practice. We have the E1 instructional document. These are the instructions, the whole shebang, if you will, for the instructions. You're going to get instruction in each of these separate weeks, but this is the instruction document that everything, this entire essay writing must adhere to. So I just tried to open it up. I don't see it opening anywhere, but okay, wait a minute. It's coming, it's coming. Hold on. Probably should have opened this up ahead of time. Okay, but at the beginning of every single unit, each unit equates to a different essay. You have 3 short essays and 1 research essay, and then a final project, which is going to be a short writing assignment based on your research paper in place of a final exam. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this over here. Okay, and you can see that this is the full instruction document, which I highly recommend not just opening, but printing. So you have this as, you keep this handy during the entire 4-week unit. Okay, so it tells you, for example, the overview and then the requirements. 1,000 word, well, the length is 1,000 words, not including the works cited and the header. 750 words will qualify you for C. So if you don't reach 1,000 words, you do not qualify to be eligible for an A or B. Formatting style, the purpose, the directions. It gives you the overview and then the step-by-step. Here's what should be in the opening paragraph. It talks about MLA formatting. It also talks about what should be included in the body paragraphs, the conclusion, then the MLA, and then minimum requirements to qualify for 70% or higher, which means passing. So take a look at that. That's really important. I'm going to shift this off the page for now. Okay, so every week you're going to, in this week, you're going to learn some new concepts, such as, let's see, what's this process? Process of writing again, that's just repeated. So the resources you have are having to do with American government and politics. There's a bunch of videos on there. This would be useful to you in terms of understanding how our government works and how certain liberties are afforded us through the Constitution and the constitutional amendments. They're very short videos and they're really informative. I circled the ones that I think would be especially helpful for this particular essay. Then this is brainstorming, thesis statement outline, body paragraphs, transitions. Those are parts that you're going to learn this particular week. And then the graded work is an MLA quiz. You're going to have readings and resources to look at and then a quiz on it on in-text citations and works cited. And then blog 1 is your thesis and first body paragraph that you're going to submit and get some feedback on to make sure that you're on the right track. Okay, so let me go to week 3 and you'll see again that you're doing pretty much, whoops, that didn't work. You're pretty much doing the same thing, right? Here's the welcome. It's going to be there soon. The due dates, objectives, and checklist. The readings. In this week, you are looking at the frame of an essay, the title, the introduction and the conclusion, and how to approach peer editing, because the following week you're going to start doing that. Or is it this week? Oops, yeah, no, you are going to start it this week. And you're going to look at each other's content and organization, and then the next week you're going to edit one another's stuff for sentences and MLA formatting. So here's the graded work. Blog 2 is E1 point and counterpoint. That means addressing opposing viewpoints. That's important in any essay. And then the peer workshops, you're going to be graded on editing one another's content, all the information and guidelines and worksheets will be there for you to use. Okay, and then in week 4, that wasn't flashed up there. Okay, so in week 4, you have the same thing. You have an introduction, you have due dates, objectives, and a checklist. And then here, your coursework, all of this is the readings, resources, and practices. You're going to learn about sentence fragments, run-on sentences, and more MLA documentation. There is a quiz for each one of those, and that's down here in the graded work. And then the other part 2 of your peer editing is going to be proofreading one another's sentences of your drafts, and how to submit those and get your own back and how to apply it is all discussed there. And at the end of week 4, that's when you submit your final draft. So all along in this unit, you're going to be learning new concepts and applying them to your initial draft, and then you're going to hand it in at the end.